It's a massive problem, and to tackle it, they brought out some big names. A Grammy winner, an Oscar-nominated actress, even a former president were all on hand at the United Nations this week. They were there to ask world leaders to step up their efforts to rid the planet of the AIDS virus. Up to the Minute contributor Frank Ucciardo has more.
AIDS activists marched to UN headquarters demanding greater accountability and action from the world leaders who were inside at a high-level meeting trying to agree on an outcome document that would point the way forward towards putting an end to the HIV/AIDS pandemic.
We can get to an AIDS-free world.
A world free from AIDS was a theme echoed by recording artist Alicia Keys, the co-founder and global ambassador for Keep a Child Alive.
Oh, if we lived in an AIDS-free generation. I'm here to call on all governments and leaders of the world. I'm here to call on us as human beings and ask, will we end AIDS? Not can we, but will we end AIDS?
According to a UNAIDS report, there was only an estimated $15.9 billion available for the global AIDS response in 2009. That's about $10 billion short of the money needed.
Why are 9 million people still living without access to treatment? Please, do the right thing for women and girls. What we need is action, not rhetoric.
The parade of politicians and delegates put on their best faces as they worked to hammer out a resolution that would commit them to further actions to help eradicate AIDS.
The declaration we will adopt at this meeting reflects a strong and shared commitment.
For a lot of it's personal. It's forced me to think about every friend I ever lost to AIDS. It's about 25 years ago that I buried my first friend. And I still think about him all the time.
Former President Bill Clinton teamed up with actress Naomi Watts to ask the world leaders to change the way they do business and maximize the dollars spent on AIDS treatment and prevention.
Drive the price down, improve the supply chain, cut the delivery cost. Why in the world should any wealthy country on the face of the earth spend 40 or 50% of money allocated to keep poor people alive on its own administrative overhead? It is just wrong.
My name's Naomi Watts, and I'm here today to speak to you as a UNAIDS Goodwill Ambassador, a global citizen, and mostly as a mother. It's my belief all children everywhere can be born HIV-free. One baby is born with HIV almost every minute. But to me, what's important is that each one is not a fact, but a face with a family, a life.
29-year-old Frikachia Iskandar is the face of an AIDS survivor. The young Indonesian woman was infected with the virus when she was 18 years old by sharing needles for drugs.
I'm glad to be able to stand here with you today, not to represent any organizations or any groups, but as a young woman living with HIV, living in a developing country, who had hardship, painful experience of discriminations, and who stayed alive. As the face of AIDS, a young woman living with HIV, I want to tell you this. Talk to us, not about us.
The outcome agreement of the UNAIDS summit commits the participating nations to reducing the sexual transmission of AIDS by 50% and getting 15 million people living with HIV on antiretroviral drugs by 2015. The accord also addresses the need to raise $6 billion that will be necessary over the next 4 years to prevent 12 million new infections. Frank Ucciardo for CBS News, New York.